You don't ever question who you are. You don't listen to the conditions of others. You know your purpose. You know your meaning. You know who you are. That's freedom. That's sovereignty. What's going on, guys? This is the Better Man channel, where we are forming our own opinions of ourselves, which renders us necessary. We live in an age today where a majority of people are not forming any independent opinions. And I promise you, if you don't form an opinion on the current matters in life, then an opinion will be forced upon you according to those in power and their agenda. This is a cup. This cup is used for drinking. You drink out of a cup. That is its essential duty. But when other people begin to place their perceptions on it, it forms different conceptions of this utility, the utility and necessariness of this cup. One person remembers their favorite drink, and so the cup takes that conception. It reminds them of their favorite drink and maybe the first time they had it, and it takes on this whole new persona. To another person, the cup represents times with their grandfather and drinking coffee out of that cup and going to the store and sharing stories. The cup is just a cup. It's created to drink out of. That's its utility. It's necessary to provide nourishment to the body. You put your water in it and you drink it, and that's the utility of the cup. But when it takes on these different perceptions and different opinions and different conceptions of the masses, it loses its true purpose. It loses its nature. And we find that in the fashion of man. We are the cup, created to necessary and essential duties. But when we allow the opinions of other people to form our direction, we lose our utility. We become unnecessary. And we see that in the culture and the agendas of today, that the utility of man is being redefined, and all these outside opinions are being placed on man. We're being conditioned to believe and act in accordance to the opinions of others instead of forming our own damn opinion. What is the utility of man? What makes man essential? What makes man necessary? What are the qualities that make man man? We shouldn't take on and accept the opinions of others without putting any thought into it. And again, if you don't have an independent thought of who you are and what you're capable of and what you're called to do, then you're going to easily accept the opinions of others. We see that in culture today. We get into this comfort level. We don't want to rock the boat. As long as I'm getting my pleasure-seeking comfort, then I'm okay. And I'll accept their opinions. I'll accept their agenda. Just don't rock the boat. And then it's too late, and we find that they're pushing us over the waterfall into our own death. That cup has an essential utility. You as a man have an essential utility. We've got to begin to ask ourselves, what would happen if I quit allowing culture, society, other people to paint me in the colors of their conditions? What if I begin to paint myself? What if I begin to see my utility? What if I form my own opinion of who I am, who I can be, in the direction that I want to go? And that's freedom. That's sovereignty. You are a man. There's some essential and necessary qualities to you. Never let anyone's opinion, never let anyone outside of your circle, never let anyone that doesn't have any clue of who you are or what you're capable of force an opinion on you, force a judgment on you. We see so many men readily accept the opinion of who they're supposed to be, and we lose our essential qualities. We become unnecessary. The regression of society is due to many people, both men and women, losing their identity, losing their necessary qualities, losing what makes them essential. The cup no longer becomes any cup of utility. It just becomes some ideology in someone's perception of what it was supposed to be or what it can be. You are created for essential and necessary duties. And that far exceeds anyone's opinion, that far exceeds anyone's limitations. In time we form our own opinion and paint ourselves in our conditions, the color of who we want to be in, instead of these imposed conditions, these imposed opinions that strip away the very quality of who we are, the very quality of who we can be. You feel stuck, you feel stagnant, you feel powerless. It's because you've lost your essential and necessary duties, and you're taking on the opinions of others that force you into this path that doesn't really relate to who you are. Form your own opinion, become the essential man that is filled like that cup with water and can pour it out. You don't ever question who you are. You don't listen to the conditions of others. You know your purpose, you know your meaning, you know who you are. That's freedom, that's sovereignty. You guys will hear from me next episode.